welcome. May the 4th be with you. It's the 4th of May today. This is an Akashic Freedom session for Misty Hill, and I am Anchorhaven, and I do talk very quickly when I do card readings, so I apologise, but you're welcome to ask me questions at any time. I work with a special card deck for private readings. I work with the Akashic Oracle, but we're primarily looking at energies that are impacting your life, okay? It could be past, present, or parallel. I don't go too deep into things, but sometimes I can question and query with the pendulums. I use a specially designed pendulum for this work, which comes from pendulumalchemy.com. So if there's any unwanted energies that come up, we look to clear those energies out and replace it with a success anchor, something supportive to carry you forward through your timeline. We can bring in super soldier stuff if you want to talk about that, but first I'll just have a look and see what energies we're dealing with at the moment. And I can work with the violet flame sigils as well, which is for healing. And I've got soul coaching cards, which are just general guidance as well when we're looking for energies to anchor in. Okay, so first I'm going to show you all of the cards just to put your energy in. You don't need to say anything. We're just putting your energy into the cards. Okay, so some of them may be not what you're expecting. So let me just make sure they're all the right way around. Never are the right way around. So we're just putting your energy in. So you don't see me working with these cards very much online because they're mainly for my private sessions. Okay. And this reading is exactly the same, whether we do it in person or distant, it doesn't really matter. Sorry, I've got my background.
So me putting my energy in this way is instead of me shuffling, I'm just looking at it.
Yep. So you are still quantum entangling with the cards, basically. Just I'll be selecting them for you. It's the only difference. If we did it in person, I'd spread them out and you'd select and hand them to me. But this is the same. So with this kind of reading, the more you share, the more we can clear if any unwanted energy comes up. So it's not like a psychic reading. I'm just telling you random things. So if there's something in particular you want to have a look into, we can have a look into that. First of all, I'm just going to have a look at the next 3 months and see what energies are impacting you. So please can we have the 8 most aligned cards? We're just calling in, just checking in with your Akashic Record Keeper guides. Are we connected? We are. So please can I have Missy's Akashic Record Keeper guides, guardians, and any Ascended Masters that would like to join us in this session for the highest good of all concerned in true benevolence with no conflicting agendas. We ask for protection for us both as we do this reading today, and that we ask that all information received is in 100% truth and neutrality. And it is so. Is that true? It is. Are we connected? Yes, we are. Okay. Awesome. So I do a few different readings, and then we can see the energy shifting as we do the readings. So looking for the 8 most aligned cards, what's our present situation? Thank you. The energy for June, July, August. There is something about October for you because before I was writing down August and I went to write down October, so we can have a look at that after. Any potential challenges, please? Opportunity. Superpower. And potential outcome over the next 3 months. Okay. Okay, here we go. So your present situation, the first card that's coming up is gratitude practice. I might have to take off my background, but gratitude practice. This lets me know where you are now, that you're very grounded, you're very connected to the earth. You're in a good situation. So this is just a reminder from your guides to kind of keep on connecting in with your daily practices, making sure that you're getting yourself out there and counting those little blessings and bringing focus in on routine. Routine is very important. For June, the card is Inner Authority, and this is again a very grounded card. It's got 4 legs of the lion there. The lion is you and is the princess as well. So when Inner Authority comes out, it's an opportunity to step into your power and really ground down that sovereignty. Bring in that, that I am God, sovereign and free kind of statements, because there may be somebody testing your boundaries in June. Okay, but this is your kind of guide saying you've got this, you can do this. You've got golden light energies coming in. This is a very strong way to start next month, is with Inner Authority. Yeah, so but you may need to test your raw a little bit. As you move into July, we've got Releasing Guilt coming in. This card is a great card because it's a healing card, and the door is already open, so it shows me that whatever emotions or energies are ready to lift and release, you've already started the process, and that will have been because you've been standing in your power in June. So when you get to July, you're feeling a lot stronger, a lot safer, and ready to do the shadow work. So releasing guilt, we can have a look and see where it's coming from, but generally it'll be coming from the past as well as the present or parallel. It's just an opportunity to do your shadow work in July. So kind of be ready that July might be a month where you want to take yourself away a little bit. You want to do that quiet work or do extra journaling in July. You want to sit down and start to query the heart and let the heart know, okay, I'm here for you. Inner child work or whatever it feels like for you, you're ready to release that guilt and any associated emotions that come with that. Okay, so we can go deeper into that. So let me just get a success anchor on this one. So August.
Does that have anything to do with other people?
Let's see. So releasing guilt, are we releasing guilt for things that we've done? Is it guilt? We feel guilty about things ourselves? Do we feel guilty about interactions with others? Yes. So is this, have you got somebody in mind? Is this from the present life? No, it's from past lives. Okay, how many past lives are we going back? Is it more than 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 24? So it's about 24 lifetimes ago you've been processing this guilt and you're ready to release it now. Okay,
Good.
so there'll be something about your current situation will have activated this release. Is it something that we're doing in the present? It is. Is it karmic lesson close to completion? It is. It's just the natural ending of a karmic lesson. Okay,
Good.
which is positive. Yeah. So the next one is lack and scarcity. So I'm just looking for a success anchor to support you. Okay. So in August, there's lack energy. So there's lack and scarcity coming in. So this card looks quite unwanted, but really she's got this green energy coming out of her heart. There's new growth. So in August, it's a time of releasing. You may find that your mind is a little bit overwhelmed in August and you're focusing on the negative things perhaps. So it's just a reminder to not allow yourself to fall into lack mindset. So go back to the gratitude practices in August, but something new will be starting for you. Yeah, so we've got to let something go potentially around August so that there's new growth coming in. So August is full of possibilities. It really is. So when I ask, okay, how can we be supported with this lack energy? The guides are coming in and saying fun and joy. Yeah, so August is a reminder that you may feel low in August. You may be kind of falling into the trap, or maybe there's people around you who are kind of pulling you down. And the way to pull yourself out of it is to focus on having fun, doing something new, really getting yourself out and about. I'm really drawn to the red energy on here. So by August, you might be feeling a little bit unstable, and it's an opportunity to get yourself grounded and stable again. So, but don't forget, you've just been coming out of July doing a lot of shadow work. So August is a time to get regrounded and try to bring that fun back in and to lighten the energies after doing shadow work in July. Okay, so potential challenge coming up for you, strangely enough, is divine strategy. So with what's going on in July and August, where the energies may feel a little bit lower, you may feel like you're not being supported, but you are. This is deep work that you've been waiting 24 lifetimes to process, basically. So divine strategy, guides, they are there for you, but you're really going to need to make the effort to connect with them more. So this is the potential challenge over the next 3 months, is knowing that you are on the right path, and you're on the right path. However, I think there is people involved who are maybe trying to nudge you off the path. So we'll come to that in a bit. But just know that there is divine strategy at play. Your higher self has laid this out for you. Breadcrumbs are available, and it's the opportunity to call in your guide team, okay? And so this is potential challenge, is knowing that there's a divine strategy in place. The opportunity is that cosmic healing from the guide team is available. So even in like July and August, when things feel really tricky, it's being open to accepting that cosmic healing is available, and it's always available because it's part of your divine strategy. It's on your divine plan that you can call in this cosmic healing whenever you need. You really can. Yeah. So focusing on that, you're going to feel like when it comes to July and August, you might feel like you've been kicked in the stomach a little bit. So your personal power may feel a bit low, because I'm very drawn to the golden energies on here. So when you go to bed at night, just, do your gratitude practice, connect into your guide team and say, I'm ready to receive my cosmic healing now, please, for the highest good, harm to none, and just allow yourself to be supported while you sleep. Okay, so your superpower, this is an interesting one. For superpower, I got success anchor. So in a way, your superpower is supporting others. That's your superpower. Because when I call for a success anchor, it's because there's something in the reading and your timeline that needs support. So what success are we going to anchor in? That's you. You are a success anchor. That's who you are. So you're always there supporting everybody else. So when I asked, okay, well, what's the clarity card on this, please? I got financial freedom. So there's an element of your energy that's very golden, very fun, very abundant, and people kind of lean on you a little bit for that. So you bring people up and you guide people along. But you are a success anchor. I've never had that come out like that before for anybody. Let me just check. Get some guidance on that. It's number 13, which is a stability card. So you are a very stable person that supports others, and you allow success to come your way. So if this card comes out, you're feeling drawn to luck, you can choose to turn around. It's one of the most effective ways to do this is to install success anchor into your records. So we are installing this in as we go along, but it's like you install it in for others. This is your superpower, that when you need something, bam, you can manifest it. Yeah, when you put your mind to something, bam, it's there, because you're a success anchor. So whatever you set your mind to, damn it, you can anchor that right in, yeah, and help people. So think about what symbol, word, or color does that mean when you think about, okay, I'm a success anchor, yeah, and bring that object into your mind's eye. And this is kind of like your Akashic guides giving you a key to saying, okay, this is you having a success anchor moment. This is you activating success and stability for yourself and those around you. Okay, so the trust and faith that you are a success anchor, that you can do that work for others, is going to like bring in that that divine strategy, that pathway is going to open up, because you know, you're confident then. Oh, I know I can do this. I'm a success anchor. That's my job, right? Whereas I'm a flame anchor. I anchor flames for transformation and I transmute energy. You're a success anchor. So whereas I feel like I put people on a course correction by transmuting energy, you put them on a course correction by reminding them how successful and amazing they are. That's the energy that you kind of embody. Yeah, that when you come in the room, wow, it's like golden bright light energy in the room. That's who you are. That's who you've always been. So I allow success to come my way. So this has come in as a superpower, and the kind of energy attached to that is freedom energy. So you bring in the freedom, you bring in the flow. That's what you do. Yeah, you're a very great, grounded, stable person. So that's an interesting success anchor. Overall outcome over the next 3 months. Surprisingly, there's somebody in your field who makes things tricky for you. So this is the power play card. It coming out as an outcome is a bit of a warning, I think, that over the next 3 months, somebody's coming to your awareness and is going to try and take control over something. So you're going to feel like, hang on, I thought I was the success anchor here. Who's this person coming in and trying to disrupt everything? So there's a few things out of your control over the next 3 months. So when I asked for clarity on that, I got told to check the Akashic records. And I got told it was related to home and environment. So there's elements of things you can't control in your home and environment. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, my father.
Okay, so that's why. Okay. So yeah, so even though everything's great and we're on the divine plan and we're doing the shadow work, there's still that one element that you just have to surrender into. Okay, can I get clarity about that, please? Let's ask your soul. Power play. So the great thing about this card is there are 2 keys on the chessboard. There are 2 keys there. You probably can't see it, but there's 2 keys. So you hold a lot more power than you realise in that situation. Can we have general guidance, please, regarding the parental situation? I'm not sure if this will be helpful, but... Okay, so there is a transformation coming in that particular situation. It is changing. The energy is changing in the next 3 to 6 months for sure. It is not going to stay the same, okay? So there's transformation coming in. You will feel that success energy coming back in. It's literally a success card. So you'll feel yourself again some point in the next, probably in the next 4 months or so. I'm not great with forecasting, but the energy is shifting, the energy is changing. Okay, then you're going to start to feel like yourself again, and it's going to bring in a peaceful aspect. There'll be a lot of peace coming in the next 6 months. Yeah, so things may change. In a way, I'm getting a kind of go with the flow kind of message to see how things play out. Know that you can't micromanage, know that you can't control the situation, that some things you just got to say, okay, I need help with this. Yeah, that's all you can do. But there's definite change coming in. Is it potentially? Yes, potentially a peace situation is coming in for you. Okay, for all parties. Yeah, that's the nicest way I can put that. So I don't know. So but yeah, so it will resolve itself slowly, naturally. But I think there's a frustration aspect, but it's knowing that you can't control it. There's some things you just can't do anything about. You've got to surrender in and allow guides to come in and support you. Angelic team or whoever you work with, allow them to come in and support you with that particular thing. So that's the next 3 months. I'm just going to reset these cards. Is there anything that I need to support you with? Let me just check. Can we release that lack and scarcity, please? We can. Can we do anything about the guilt? We can. Okay, I'm just going to bring in some cosmic healing. So just relax back. Take a deep breath. So just connecting into your present lifetime book in your Akashic record library. So take a deep breath. So just dropping into your timeline, we're going to bring in that cosmic healing. So calling in our guides and guardians of the highest light and resonance. Please can we bring in the violet flame? We've got Lady Portia and Guan Yin coming in to bring in compassion and mercy. We've got the silver violet flame coming in, and we're going to anchor that into your present lifetime book. So we're just going to wash that through all timelines, please, all parallel lives and universes, bringing that in now. It's a lovely, a really lovely flow of energy. So it's a very gentle energy coming in. Okay, I'm just going to try and release a little bit any oaths, vows, agreements, contracts, covenants, spells, hexes, curses, or promises made. Any thoughts, feelings, considerations, or judgments that are keeping us in a state of guilt or lack and scarcity. Can we close, please? Any energies that are ready to be closed, any karmic contracts or lessons that are close to completion that your higher self and your guides are happy to end now, can we move forward with ease and grace, please, and allowing those things to resolve for the highest good of all concerned and harm to none. We release, release, release. So there's energy shifting on the right side body, but there's hesitation. So still things that need to be worked through. So small release there. So bringing in some beautiful cosmic healing energies, divine love from the heart of source, the purest energy that's never been used or recycled. We draw that down now, washing through all chakras, all fields, all grids. Bringing in those energies now, please, and anchoring in for the highest good, into the present timeline, into parallel lives, into future lifetime book as well. Very, very gentle energies for you. It's interesting. Okay, can we just refresh the energies in the home, please? So bringing in that beautiful angelic healing into the home and just seeing that bouncing around the house like a rose gold ball of light. Where everything is grey, we bring in colour. We bring in beautiful healing energies into the home areas that are in your mind. And we just wash everything with colour, and any unwanted energies are being absorbed in that beautiful chi ball of light. And it bounces out the front door afterwards, transforming in the golden sun. Okay, anything else right now? Okay, so I'm just going to reset the cards, and then we can have a look at something specific. There's something on your mind. Have you got any questions?
You said something about October.
Yeah, let's have a look at October.
Because that's my birthday month, so.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I'm just going to have a look at the elemental spread, focusing on October, please. What will be our grounded focus in October? There's a heavy energy in October. I just feel a bit breathless. Just check the violet flame cards. Okay, let's see what we got. So focusing on October, because I'm not sure why that came up, but I really wanted to write it down earlier as I was writing down August instead. It's actually very good. Okay, so October, the first thing I've got here is the family ties card. So there are family matters that you're dealing with in October, but we've got spiritual healing coming in to support you. Okay, so you don't need to worry, but you need to be strong in October, okay? Because we've got that strong tree energy. Just know that spiritual healing is available for you in October. So that's your grounded focus is family. Whatever's going on is happening in October. As we move into air energy, there's trepidation on October. So Air energy is the words we think, the words we say, what's on your mind. Strong boundaries are required in October. And there is this card, it says joints and arthritis, but I think of it as a crossroads card these days when I work with the Violet Flame Sigil. So you've got options in October, but you're going to need to use your voice in October to assert your boundaries. And there will be a decision, perhaps a move or something like that. There'll be doors opening in October for you to go and say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Strong boundaries are coming in. You're going to be transforming, and it is a solar plexus kind of transformation. This is self-confidence. So there's an element of your personal power that's going to be tested in October, but you've got an eternal big flush of energy, an eternal spiritual cleanse is coming in. A lot of support is coming in from your guides, yeah, from your higher self and everything in October. So whatever's happening, you are strong, but it's going to be challenging potentially because this is what you're transforming through. This is your fire energy. So October is an opportunity to rebuild that courage and confidence energy. Yeah, stand in your boundaries and assert yourself. Okay. Emotionally wise, though, surprisingly, it's fun and joy. Yeah, so there will be an element of lightness in October. It's not all doom and gloom. There's fun energy coming in on your heart. So this is you. You've got to put your boundaries in place, though. You've got to set your boundaries and know that there's elements that you will be able to. Let me just check the soul on this. Um, there will be fun to be had. There will be positive connections in October. Your heart will not be totally heavy. Can I have a clarity? Yeah, there's some kind of miracle coming in that's going to lift your spirits, okay? And there's leadership that's required. This is those strong boundaries. So you might need to take charge of something in October, and you're going to actually find that quite joyful. Yeah, that you've got charge of something. It's gonna help you with that. Can I have a further clarity on that? Yeah, we've got that peaceful resolution potentially around October, okay? But there's going to be fun. So maybe seeing people who you've not seen for a while is going to bring great joy. Um, so let me see. Is there anything else, please, around the heart situation? Yeah, you're going to take pleasure in something that you're doing around October. So there is an opportunity to enjoy whatever's going on, even if it's a tricky situation. There will be an element of it where pleasure will be available for you, and not in a weird way or anything. It's not all going to be that challenging. There's going to be an element of actually, I can do this. I can see light in this situation now. I'm in a different place. I put my boundaries in place, building my confidence. However, so it's not that bad. I've got the water element coming out. So when I look at the earth, which is your family ties, spiritual healing, I forgot one card. When I look at the air, which is your boundaries and voicing them, the fire is your confidence. The water energy is fun and joy, emotional fun and joy. This is coming in as a superpower in a way that you have that ability to bring in the fun and joy for others. But there is the unconscious projection card that's come out. So this again is somebody of an outside influence that's either projecting their thoughts and feelings, emotions onto you, or you're projecting onto others, okay? But notice what you're drawn to in this card, what color you're drawn to. Just focus on staying grounded, okay? When I asked for a clarity card on this, a success anchor, what I actually got was deservability and self-worth. No matter what happens in October, know your worth. Yeah, try and see the light side of the situation. Bring in your strong boundaries. You're going to be using your psychic senses as well in October. This came in with the heart. So this is the heart knowing that it's okay to have fun, to have joy, to have pleasure, even if something else is going on in October that could potentially be heavy energy. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That one says thyroid too. Are those cards you designed, right?
No, these are from Violet Flame Reiki. So these have come from
Oh,
the
okay.
goddess Guan Yin. Yeah, so
Oh,
I've just drawn them out. So these are ancient keys. So the thyroid is linked to the third eye because it's all kind of linked in. The hypothalamus and everything, it all links in to the thyroid. Yeah, so
okay.
when your third eye is clear, it starts to reset your nervous system.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is tied into your heart energy. On this particular spread, this is linking into water energy. So it could be that your third eye flow is very clear. You're getting great insight, and that's bringing in the fun, the joy, the lighter energies to support you with whatever you're going through. So that's a bit of a strange one. Okay, shall we clarify anything on that? I think overall in October it's going to be a good month though, because this is my favourite card in the deck, Self-Worth and Deservability. It's a very sovereign card. She's standing there with her sword of truth. She's asserting herself. She's being seen and respected, and it's knowing that yes, you deserve that. You deserve to be seen and respected. Okay, so you may be kind of confidence is dwindling at the start of October, but by whatever this challenge is, potentially you're coming out of it very strong. Yeah, that's your storm energy as you go through. Anything else on that, please? Yeah, it's a return to youthful health. So you're going to feel quite energized by the end of October. So it's our ability to bring in that childlike wonder. That's important. Other people need that. It lifts people up when we have that childlike wonder. You bring balance to situations because you have that lighter energy. Yeah, because we can joke about things that are difficult to talk about. We can lighten the mood, and that's important. Not everybody can do that. It's a skill in a way. Okay. So that was October. Anything else you want to have a look into?
The my creativity with the book, trying to get it going, because
Oh,
there's blocks of the book, and then maybe some of the SSP stuff, because
okay. So what's the title of your book?
Through the Eyes of a Cat or the Soda Chronicles, I'm unclear.
Okay. So please can we connect into the Akashic Records for the book? Okay, and the combined Akashic Records for the book. Are we connected? Does the book energy need healing? It does. Okay, so we'll have a look at
I think I need technical healing is what I need.
that. We all do. I've been trying to figure out Patreon. Like somebody purchased something on my Patreon. It took me 2 hours to figure out what that was. It really did. I think I've sorted it now.
Because when I started using some of the AI things, it lost everything because I didn't know where to store it.
Yes. That is tricky. Yeah, you've got to like copy things into a Word document because otherwise the AI can reword things all the time. Christy Campbell said to me that you have to say things like, "This is my truth. Do not edit."
Do not
Right?
edit. Yeah. I keep
Yeah.
saying Soda has green eyes, and it keeps saying her eyes are gray or brown. I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
So you
she
have to
has
say,
green
"This is
eyes.
my truth." Right? And then it should lock it in. Okay, can we have a look at the energy of the book? So what is the book doing? Well, what's it being supported with? What's the next step? An overall outcome on the book in the next 6 months. So what the book is doing well, I've got home and environment card coming in. So it's a very grounding thing that you're doing, working on this book. So this is important. Yeah, it really is. It's going to ground your energies. It's going to give you focus. It's going to give you direction. So this book is important. Your guides are coming in to support you on your self-worth and deservability. So there's a confidence issue with you writing the book. Your guides are trying to support you, but know that this is your truth, that you have all the skills you need to do this, okay? So this book is really going to help you over the next 6 months because this was the outcome card that we had for October. So it's possible that you might even have this finished by the end of October, right? We will see. But as you write this book, you are healing you and you're healing others as you write this book. But there's a confidence issue, a deservability issue, a self-worth issue. Who am I to be writing this book? Who's going to want to read what I've got to say? We all have these kind of things in our mind, you know, who's going to want to use my cards when I make my breakaway deck and all that kind of thing. But just knowing that you have a contribution and it's important, yeah? So self-worth and deservability. So what does the book need support with? Like what was going on with, I've forgotten what the question was now. But what's come out is true service. So you writing this book is your service work, okay? This is an important offering. Yeah, and it's going to impact a lot more people than you realize. But you need to make sure that the duality of you taking care of yourself and doing the things you need to do come into balance with the service of writing the book. Okay, it will get finished at some point, and it will be very abundant as well. Yeah, it's going to be successful, but you need to find balance in the situation. There needs to be an interaction with nature. Yes, you're not writing this book alone. You're writing this book with the land, with the earth. This is a collaboration. Inspiration is coming from nature for this book. It may even be that you've got elemental guides who are supporting you with this book. Can I have confirmation? What support are we getting with this book, please? Yeah. Okay, so your guides are bringing in strength for you. Yeah, your guides are giving you the strength to write this book. They're also reminding you that the playful energy, that joyful energy that's on your heart is extremely important, and that is part of your strength. Okay, so if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Yeah, so you stop what you're doing, get yourself sorted, and then bring it back in when you can have that playful energy, because the book needs it. That's the whole energy of the book. But nature is very, very important. This is emergence. So I'm just going to check the guidance on this, because this is a soul message. So it says, I am emerging into the light with joy and ease. So there's a big focus on joy and ease. Just as a new sprout pushes through the soil into the light, you are emerging. Ideas and things that you've been incubating within you for a long time are now moving towards manifestation. Your soul wants you to know it's an exciting time. It truly is a period of new beginnings, okay? Things for which you've been patiently waiting for a long time to manifest. So, there will be a period of vulnerability as you're bringing something new forward. It needs to be nourished and protected until it's strong enough. But we know that we've got that strength coming from the dragons. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so rest, eat well, drink plenty of water, take healing baths, and get ready. A new joyous path awaits you. So you've got elemental guides and angelic guides coming in to support you. You've literally got dragon energy supporting you with this book. So that's number 46. And the affirmation on that is, I have deep inner strength and glorious vitality. Okay. So that's like a young you riding the back of a dragon. Okay, so the outcome of the book in the next 6 months. Okay, we need a success anchor on that. Okay, the card that's come out is money fears. So there's fear attached to the outcome of the book. So it may not be, a fear of, have I got enough money to publish the book? It could just be a fear of putting the book out there, or it could be both. So I'm just going to see what we can do to support you with that, and I'm going to release that for you. But a healthy fear is normal. Yeah, there's 2 cards have come out. The first one that's come out is alchemy and magic. So this is you knowing that you are a powerful alchemist, right? That your words, your thoughts are magic, okay? The next card is this self-confidence card has come back out. This is your transformation card between now and October. You're transforming, but if maybe you've forgotten who you are, right? You've forgotten that you've got the power to make this happen, that the words in there are going to be healing and alchemizing for people who read it and those that connect with the book. I'm going to release this for you. We're going to anchor in the alchemy and magic. Okay, please can we tune in to the Akashic Records for the book and for Missy as well. Are we connected? Yep. So is there fear in that timeline? Okay. Is there a timeline where we don't publish the book? No, there isn't. You're always going to publish this book. Okay. Is the book going to be published in 2026? Yes, it is. Okay. Um, will there be any delays in publishing the book? Are these minor delays? Yeah, there's just minor delays. Okay, so it could be money things, money situations, getting it together. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some healing into your shared Akashic records with your book. So just think about your book in your mind and see yourself kind of holding the book and flicking through the pages of a completed book, and see how that feels when we draw in that golden, abundant light energy. We see you holding the book and laughing, taking photos with the book, talking to people about your book, and even maybe doing readings from your book. And it feels joy, it feels fun, and you see people laughing and enjoying your book. So just anchoring that in, we're anchoring in that self-confidence, golden light energy. So drawing down golden sunlight from the grand central sun into your solar plexus, and we're going to refill that up right now. So drawing down that beautiful golden plasma energy into your solar plex for the highest healing, highest good, highest confidence, ease, and joy. Energies are very slow to move around you. So just be open to receiving any positive changes in your Akashic timeline. Anchoring in for the highest good and harm to none. A little better. So tuning into your alchemy and magic. So I'm just going to release 1 second. Please can we release any fears that's held in the timeline? Fears related to the book, fears related to money, release, release, release. Okay, so are these fears justified? No, they're not. Are these fears just in lack and scarcity? Yes. Can we release these now, please? We can, but you've got a little bit of work to do on this. So I'm going to try and support you with what I can. So just tuning into any lack and scarcity that's related to the book, any lack and scarcity or fear of being seen. Can we release that now? Collapse and dissolve that out, please. Okay, have you been an author in a past life? You have. How many books did you publish in a past lives? More than 5? More than 8? More than 10? Is it 9? Is it 12? You have been a published author in previous lifetimes. You published a lot of books, potentially more than 12. Were these books about healing? Were these medical books? Yeah, they were. Okay, were these books about mythology? No. So were they medical? You're a doctor. You were. So you published medical journals?
Wow.
Was this in UK, Australia, USA? Yeah, there's different versions of you from all over. You've been like an author, but some of it's been medical journals. Have we had any fiction books published in the past, in past lives? No, it's always been very official. It's always been very educational resource things published in the past. So this one, you're really kind of breaking the mold by publishing something that's fun and exciting. And so I think that might be why there's a bit of hesitation on it.
Yeah, it's more of a fiction style. Even though it's
Yeah,
real life, it's going to be
yeah.
fiction. I mean, it's my story, but told through the eyes of my cat that's on the
So it's
other
like,
side. And her memories come into Arthur, the cat that I have now. And he's
yeah,
like a remote viewer. He's able to be in her body when she was on the earth plane.
yeah.
And when he
So
gets threatened, stressed out about it, he plays with his bottle cap, you know?
Yeah. That sounds really funny. I think it's because in past lives, you've published things that were very official, where you could cite your sources, so you knew that all the boxes were ticked and things like that. Whereas this one is totally different, and it's really outrageously funny and out there, right? So there's a bit of hesitation on it coming forward, but it's just a confidence issue because everybody thinks that you're super confident, and you're not, right? So, but
Some
everybody
people
thinks you are. Hey?
some people say to publish it as a children's book, but I want it more of a story. But that doesn't mean I
Yeah.
don't want a children's book too for the illustrations.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm sure it'll be really fun. Okay, is there anything else we need to do on this book? No, we're actually good on the book right now. So it does look like it's going to be very grounding for you, very supporting. It's going to work through any confidence issues you have or putting yourself out there. You're going to work through that. But you must remember that you're not writing it alone. You have a supportive team around you who are there. But they want to make sure that you're balanced, that what you're doing is enjoyable. So if there's a point when you think, oh, I just can't write anymore, then you stop straight away. Yeah, because that's not the energy we want to put into the book. So it's kind of finding that right time, that kind of inspiration, but knowing that you have dragon energies coming in and you've got nature energies supporting you. Yeah, because they're all invested, basically. They're invested in this book. They want to see it do well. So you've got a lot of kind of elemental guide attention on this. Okay, let's see. So please can I have just general outcome of what you're doing well? Anything we need support with still? And as we move forward, general guidance, please. That's better. Okay, we're back where we started. So what you're doing well is money alchemy. So it's stepping in and reminding yourself that you've got access to those golden light frequencies, that you have got the magic and alchemy at your fingertips, that whatever you touch will be successful. No matter what genre it is, no matter what you do, as long as you're having fun, you're going to bring in that alchemy. Okay? Getting supported, it's more of a remembrance as your wisdom and mastery coming forward. So knowing that you can connect into other versions of you, past, present, and parallel and future, that it's all kind of coming together, all versions of you. So anything from the past, like you know that you were a writer in past lives, you're drawing on those energies as you write the book. Yeah, you already have the skills and the know-how to write the book. So it's just kind of your higher self or your Akashic guide saying, remember that you've done this before. Be open to receiving the cosmic healing as you do this journey. Between now and October, there's a few challenges coming up, but overall the energy is very, very good. It brings us right back to the beginning of where you are right now, and it's that gratitude practice. Yeah, this is going to be that steady foundation as you move forward. There's a lot of light code energy that comes down for you to get out there, because you're very high vibe, because you've got that success anchor frequency. So no matter where you go, you're spreading that joy, that cheer, that abundant energy wherever you go. It's just making sure that you've got that balance, that you are taking care of, that you're nurturing yourself at the same time. Everyone expects you to be the life of the party, but you need to have those moments where you're quiet, nurturing, and just, allow yourself to do that kind of deep shadow healing that's coming forward in the next 3 months. It wouldn't come forward if you weren't ready to do it. It's as simple as that, but you're ready now. And it's going to greatly impact kind of the things that you do the rest of the year. There's a lot of great stuff coming in for you. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of money, joy, fun. It's all coming in for you in the next few months. Yeah, so it looks really good. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I wonder if that's shadow healing, though, if some of it is SSP related.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. It will be. SSP
That's
stuff is
kind of
just the
what I'm
worst.
getting. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Now that I've connected more with all of you, but I feel I'm in a safe place to do it now,
Yeah.
where I didn't have the support around me to do it before.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just ask the question. So any shadow healing that's coming in, is this coming in from different altar versions? Are we ready to do this healing now? Should we integrate any alters? No, but you're ready to acknowledge. Okay. Are you aware of any alter versions of you?
I don't know. I don't know if they're alters of. I'm not sure. I have memories of things that have happened to me, but I don't know if those are alters or they're just extracting my consciousness out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
unclear.
Because if it's Nectwaffen, then they take you in your physical body. But other factions like Kruger, they take your consciousness and put it into a clone body.
Where is Kruger?
Generally off planet.
Yeah, because that kind of resonates. Them taking my consciousness and putting it somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got time travel card coming out, Starseed mission. Super soldier confirmation. So yeah, so I mean, it says you've been in the super soldier programs, which we kind of know. You've got Starseed mission, which is raising the consciousness vibration on Earth. So this is your success anchor work that you do. And then we've got time travel. So most of us who've got like psionic abilities are time traveling either through the programs or where we're physically opening portals and things and operating ancient tech stargates, or we're time traveling in our dream state, yeah, and we're doing it in the etheric. So there's a bit of both, I think. Generally in the definitely nighttime stuff for you for sure. I just think I've never really looked at this card before. I think I've never really looked at that. So I'm going to come back to that. So we do have Zeta Grey confirmation card coming out. So these little guys, you know, sometimes they work with the government, sometimes they're just taking you to make the hybrid babies, to do experiments, that kind of thing. So we've got the hybrid kind of mother, the cosmic mother card coming out. It says you are in the hybrid program and have had hybrid presentations. So it's likely that, yeah, they take us and they make babies. And some people get to see their babies and bond with their babies, and others don't really. Christy Campbell talks a lot about being a cosmic mother. I have worked with Ivan Teller a couple of times and to talk to different ET guides who basically say that yes, some of my children are aware of me, but most of them aren't, you know, so it's like that. So I don't think about it too much, but the Zeta Greys are kind of good and bad. Sometimes they come in for me personally to do healing, to put healing implants in, or they're monitoring me and they're kind of messing with me a little bit just for their own projects and stuff. So sometimes they're just experimenting, you know, and they can be okay. They're not all really, really bad. Okay. We've got Procyon guides coming in for you. So Procyon, I need to double check if this is the Andromedan Syrian. One sec. Did I pull Procyon before?
I don't know, but isn't that connected to Pleiades too?
It might be. So it says humans of Procyon are typical Lyran Syrian in
Oh,
appearance and look like typical Earth humans with two major differences. First, eyes are larger and appear more alive. Color ranges from shades of blue, green, and brown. Could have smaller ears. Second, they could have a bigger head. Or just like Lyran Syrians, they could be between 6 to 7 feet or so tall. Um, Females are generally 6'4" to 7 feet. So they can be amphibian reptoid with lizard-like bodies, but generally I think they're more kind of just humanoid looking.
uh-huh.
Um, Okay, it's just talking about the reptile ones. Proteins are born leaders and have very individual personalities. They have a strong sense of responsibility, nurturing and caring. They may find fulfillment in working with children, those who are ill or in need of care and support. Those from Procyon, like the Syrian, make loyal, trustworthy friends, but expect the same in return. They become hurt and disillusioned when their expectations are not met. They do not share their inner personal self with others easily, and may have difficulty sharing emotions and expressing feelings and needs. To be fully accepted and trusted as a close friend of a Syrian means that you've been carefully scrutinized. Procyans may become bored easily. I'm so Procyon when I read this. They tend to analyze, question, and doubt all which they do not understand, does not meet their belief system, or simply does not feel right, although quite willing to learn, change, and grow. Telepathy is important here. Clairaudience, clairvoyance, psychic channeling. Yeah, that all comes in. So it could be that you have this kind of family lineage, or that they're just stepping in as part of your guide team as well. So I've got a galactic consortium of guides that Misha's seen around me, of like 13 different ET races are around me like all the time. So it could be that. I did get confirmation on the altar card. Okay, so the altar card shows that, yeah, you've been through the mind fracturing in the programs, which is what they do to train us, isn't it? So they put us through that kind of torture training program to split the mind so that we can be desensitized and programmed. So there's an element of that there. Can I have something positive, please? So just working with my new breakaway oracle. So confirmation on an Akashic, and I'm getting Solar Warden actually. I'm
People
getting,
told me that before, but I don't remember what it is. Are those your cards you created?
yeah, the breakaway oracle is my card. So I've just got I'm working with a chart at the moment while the card's going for the first print, which I should get next week.
These cards are that, right?
Oh no, these cards that I've been working with, these are Misha Johnston's. My
Oh, okay.
breakaway oracle is coming out for the first initial sample is next week, and I should have it
Cool.
fully released by June. Yeah,
Yay,
in time for the
congratulations.
Basis conference. So the Breakaway Oracle is different to Misha's Experiencer deck because we look into the programs and factions more, the roles
Okay.
and skill sets, limitations, and healing. I focus on more, and I get into planets a little bit as well. So it's a bit more about breakaway colonies and things as well.
So if
Um,
I feel like I've had the fracturing, but I always think of alters as personalities where I wonder if you can still have the fracturing, but it's still under this personality
yeah,
alter
yeah,
as
they
a
can
front
do that.
alter.
Yeah,
That's why I don't remember the other ones,
yeah.
maybe. I mean, I see
So
it in my dreams, but I don't. But is
yeah.
that another past life or is it me? That's what I want.
It could be either. So they can still, so they fracture this mind, and those alter personalities can still stay in this physical body, and just get activated by a phrase or a code. Say Nagwaffen take me physically, then they say something or they play music or whatever that would bring out specific alter to do that job. Or they can take that alter personality and put it into another vessel. Right, but
Yeah,
it's
because what
still
I'm
you.
wondering is that personality physically doing something or is it doing it in the astral?
I've not really
Because I
thought
think
about
they
that. It
mind
could be
wipe you
both.
if you do
Yes,
anything physically, they mind wipe you.
you
You
do
don't
get a
know.
lot of mind wipes, but not everybody gets wiped. Like John Whitberg, they can't mind wipe him. It doesn't stay. So he's got like 5 alters and he remembers a lot of what's going on. Yeah, so one of them that's like the one he wrote the book about, Cal Del Show, that when that alter life kind of ended in that physical body, the soul rehomed back into John. So he got all the memories from that version, right? So in his mind, he's got multiple minds, basically,
I think
right?
it's in the past of this person that I am then.
Okay.
So was I in the 20 and back? That's a question.
Yeah. Okay. So Missy Hill in 20 and back. Yeah. So how many 20 and backs have she been through? A lot. You've been through more than 10, 20 and backs. Okay. So they can take you in a split second, do a 20-year tour, and bring you back within 5 seconds of taking you. Yeah, they can do that. So they can be you going on different missions at the same time with seconds difference. Okay, so some of us like we've done a lot. We've done a lot of different tours. We've done a lot of missions. Yeah, so potentially that's there. It's never just one. They wouldn't spend millions of pounds training, millions of dollars training an asset to put them on one mission. That's not possible. Yeah.
But it's not happening now, I don't guess. It
Okay.
can happen. Is it happening now? I hope
um,
not.
is Missy actively being taken now? I'm getting a no. Is there a version of Missy in the breakaway? Getting a no, not right now. Okay, so that's good. There you go.
What's the breakaway? Is
That's
that the
that's
breakaway
off-world
civilization?
colonies. Yeah, off-world colonies or ships. Yeah, in space. So the off-world Germans or the off-world Japanese or other factions in space. Yeah. So Solar Warden is just like a faction of like off-world Germans that kind of broke away from Nachtwaffen perhaps and
Yeah.
started to do their own policing in space. They're not generally good from what I've heard. So, but other people have got different versions, different stories. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. So healing wise for the SSP stuff, focusing on getting grounded. I'm getting with the water energy. I'm getting kind of like go with the flow on the healing. Just see how you feel. Shadow strength in the darkness is coming up. So yeah, this is coming up for you to heal. So a lot of the stuff you might have to just go into meditation and say, okay, I'm just going to send healing to all versions of me. And or what I did last year was I asked my heart to show me what it was that was trying to heal. So what am I missing here? And I got memory come forward of me and somebody kind of having an altercation or whatever, and that's what was going on in the background. I was impacted by something that had happened in my training process with like my trauma twin, who we were battle bonded to kind of fight each other as part of the training. But of course, there was a conflict there because I'm not like a normal trauma twin. We've got a DNA match. So we were like fighting ourselves basically. So my body had trouble reconciling that I'm like the mirror image of me. That's what's happening. So yeah, so I was dealing a lot with that. I'm still going to be dealing with it. It makes me feel sick when I talk about it actually. So yeah, so but you've got things from the SSB. So things you can't remember are coming forward to be healed. So if you go into meditation and ask your body, because your body remembers, yeah, ask your body or your chakras or your heart to show you, then you might get a glimpse and say, okay, I forgive myself, I forgive that person, I'm ready to heal this now, I'm ready to lift and release these deep emotions and experiences out of my body with love, let it transform, yeah, and then you'll be able to start to move forward. Doing the Ho'oponopono I find very helpful.
I
I'm
like that.
sorry, yeah, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. I find that's the best way to do forgiveness work. It works for me on the same frequency as gratitude and receiving. It's like a similar frequency. So when I do the forgiveness work or the gratitude practice, I feel abundance of love coming back in. Yeah, that's what I feel when I do that work. So that's good. Um, Okay. Yeah, there are memories that you don't have that may start to come forward when you go deeper into the SSP. You may start to get more memories come forward, but it's up to you if you want to explore that or not, because there's not a lot of good stuff. Some people remember good stuff. I remember being on a ship as a scientist in Nachtwaffen, and I remember I thought my life was good because that's all the life was, right? I didn't know anything else. So I actually said to somebody, I feel like our life was really comfortable. I was an officer, so I had nice quarters. I had my own lab. I had my routines. And he's like, yeah, you were an officer. You had a good life. So even though it was like a dark mirror world, perhaps is how I think of it in my mind, where everybody is dark, everybody's aggressive. That's the mission. That's the role. You don't know any different, that version of you, when you're in that mindset. You don't know any different. So even though that version of me was a bit of a monster, she didn't realize she was a monster. She just thought that was the work, that was the job, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it does wreck your head when you
And
start to get.
people have had memories of me being similar to that, even though I don't have memory of it.
Yeah. So we did have to do despicable things at times. Yeah, I mean, like me holding that severed arm memory, the energy and emotion attached to that was like quite exciting. Of like, wow, I've got this arm. I'm going to do something with this next. It was like I was excited to finally get something I've been waiting for. And yeah, I was just really focused. So you get hyper focused in those roles, that's all you think about, because you're programmed to only think about that role. Yeah. So it's not like we're the people we are now. We're not the same people. We don't have that level of compassion and empathy when you're in those programs doing that job, because it would be a liability. It would get in the way of you doing the job. So they literally take that out. Yeah. They suppress the emotions. Emotional suppression code comes into play, and other things. So you, and following the chain of command, I still feel that. There's certain people in our community that I feel that, right? Literally, like I would like stop what I'm doing in the presence of that person. I feel it. It's messed up. So yeah, so there's a lot of programming involved. So just proceed with caution. And anything that comes in, query, question everything. Yeah, so there'll be lots of different versions of us. Yeah, lots of different versions coming forward. But yeah, I think focus on the time travel side of things, focus on the psionic side of things, because with the time traveler one, like what were we doing? What missions were we on? What were we retrieving? Artifacts and things, you know, what changes did we make to the timeline? For me, that's important. And I'm still trying to get that information. So if we all started to focus on that, rather than, okay, I've got shadow work to do because I've been tortured, because I've been abused or whatever. Yes, that does need to be healed slowly and gently, but there's all this other information that we need to explore into when we're ready, when we feel safe, stable, comfortable.
And hopefully we made some positive changes to the timeline instead of
Yeah,
negative ones, like
yeah, it's
stop the
possible.
world war or something like that.
Yeah, it's possible. This is what we need to find out, is what were we actually doing? And is this something that we can correct or that we can be happy about? I don't know. But, you know, they spent a lot of money making us into those versions. We need to use that to our advantage now.
It reminds me of Man in the High Castle is what I'm thinking about. And what
Yeah.
I wonder, isn't the gal's name in that Julia too, maybe?
I only got, like, I couldn't complete the first season. I couldn't watch it.
Okay,
And at the
really?
time I
Isn't that
didn't know
interesting?
why. Yeah, I didn't know why at the time because I didn't have this level of awareness then. But like
Yeah.
every like 3 months my awareness jumps into things. So and I'll look back and think, ah, okay, that's why I couldn't watch that. That's why I felt uncomfortable or got triggered by that. Because
I
for
noticed
me,
you
yeah, go,
you brought up altered carbon a couple times with that guy that you interviewed, and also on your live last night. And I
yeah.
saw that a long time ago. I can't even remember what it's about now.
Okay, it's time to rewatch it because that's all about the programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the version of that, the main character, is basically John Whitberg's alter, right?
Okay.
So it's time to rewatch that because it's a great representation of what life is like off planet, what life is like getting into clone bodies and things like that. So it's a really good representation. Um, there's John Whitberg did actually do a breakdown of it. It's on his Substack, I
I'm
think.
gonna have to watch his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's time to watch his stuff. So, but for me, like last year or the year before, 2024, there's certain people I just thought I can't watch that person. I just push it away, and then months later you find out you can't watch that person because you're connected to that person, or because they've triggered you or activated you or tortured you or whatever. So it's like you're like, oh, okay. So like my body knew, don't watch that person because you're not ready. But I didn't understand at the point in time why, why I couldn't watch Drago read, why the sound of his voice made me uncomfortable. And it's because literally, like, he's my battle bonded twin. That's why.
Right.
So once we made that reconnection, it was a big, oh, okay. And then my face filtered into his memories and his face filtered back into my memories, which had all been wiped out, you see. So I started to get the memories flashing in then and realized, hang on, there's a really strong connection here. Yeah, so I can connect into his clones and things, because I'm like a monitoring system for clones. So yeah, so some people you kind of pushed away from because if you spent time with that person, it would activate your memories, and maybe your higher self or your body knew it wasn't safe yet. Yeah, so I started to get lab memories come back first because I think my body or my being knew that that was a safer choice rather than getting battle on, soldier memories. They came second. Yeah, and then darker stuff came third. So it's come in stages for me in the last 18 months. Stages of safety in a way of what I'm ready to receive and acknowledge and accept and go deeper into over time. So yes, but I call it the debrief process. So I'll receive something, I'll sit with it and analyze it, then I'll take it to somebody else like Sean Bond or Christy Campbell or Soma Arar, and then we'll talk that through and we'll expand in, yeah. And because when two psionics get together, boom, it's like the memories open wider and you can get a clearer vision on that memory then when you get together with somebody with a similar skill set. So I was able to do vision quests with Sean Bond and really go deep and recover memories from being in super soldier programs in India, being on programs on the moon and other things. So yeah, so I do a debrief. So I take what I've got to somebody else, to the next person, to the next person, and it ends up validating us all along that row. So it's been really good for all of us, I think. So it's me saying this is what I've got, and then them analysing. Okay, well this is what I see based off that. So it's the kind of work that you do as well. And but we end up creating this bigger picture that's so clear with a lot of confirmation. But for me, it was Jessica Morocco who gave me that initial. When I told her about how I feel about clones, about the Orphan Black TV show and the Black Pyramid that I'd encountered and stuff, and she was able to kind of psychically just see, she could see me and Drago Reed in the same place at the same time and all that. And as soon as she said that, boom, the memories just came back in like a cascade. So once I acknowledged, okay, who he was, it all just came flooding back for me. So there'll be certain people that will activate. I also got activated by a phrase. In February last year, I got activated by a phrase. So Master of Observers for me was a massive activation phrase, and the third eye implant projected out, and I saw visions and holographics came out and all that. So when you're ready, certain things start to come forward and then your body can acknowledge it. But everything that happens for me, I literally have to take 6 to 8 weeks to process or longer before I take it to the next person to help me verify what I'm seeing. Or because I get things coming from my alters now, they tell me things. Like they might just give me a name of a base and then I open up the map and I track it. And then I take what I've tracked to the next person, and then we go deeper into the map work and remote view. Yeah, so, but it's all coming from what I'm getting, not what they're getting. It's like I've got that initial, and then I take it and go levels deeper into it with a partner. So yeah, so we've done a lot of work in the last 2 years on my memory. So yours will open up slowly when you're ready, because you've already got those skills. You'll be able to sit and remote view back into things, especially if it's maps that come up. I love map work. So yeah, I hope that makes
Yeah, if I
sense.
ever show up, let me know. Like if you have any memory of me.
Yeah, no, I only had when we did that show together, and as you were talking, I got those two memories come in, those two kind of visions of you. One is you in a lab, and another one was you taking people into some kind of secure facility where there was like technology kind of being audited or something like that. So it was like you were like saying to people, "Come with me." Right, and you were taking them into some secure place, and you were definitely very much a boss person. So I didn't manage to watch your thing with Christy all the way through, so I don't know what Christy got, but that's what I saw. Yeah, it was very clear. And you still lab coated, so but you were quite high up, higher up than me for sure. Yeah, and I run labs, but you were higher, right? You were like an overseer. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I hope that makes sense.
It does, and I really appreciate it. It's bring a lot of clarification with the other work that I've done too. I mean,
Okay.
on the more personal level of me too, and the things that I have to deal with in the next few months. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good, but it might be a little bit challenging here and there. But now that you're aware of it, it will change your timeline anyway. You just start to
Yeah.
put things in place. So whenever we do this kind of reading, or you'll see I'll reset the cards a couple of times. It changes, but as soon as I get back to the card we started with, I know that okay, we've actually made progress, and here's that reminder that yes, we're on the right track. So yes, that's good. So gratitude practice is important. Connection with the land is super important for you, and acknowledging that you're not alone in writing that book. That's an important thing as well. Yeah, that you've got inspiration coming in from your guides and from the animal spirits, and yeah, it's all coming in to co-create that book with you. So that's going to be a lot of fun when that comes out. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm going to start the recording.
Okay. Yep.